Hey, this ain't a drill. Only time I playing is on the field. And when I'm on the field, no, I got mad skills. And you know we bout to eat this a fast meal. I gotta pay for this heat like a gas bill. We keep on coming back, so yeah, they mad still. 716 make them pay me some bad bills. Red, white, and blue like Superman, so you know we eating at the Super Bowl. Kill the competition, set up the funeral. Josh Allen catching all the shots you go for. We callin' blitz. Ready to start, we ain't calling no quits. I'm the #1 draft pick. A lot of y'all talk, but I ain't hearing it. Only listen to Keyshawn and talk about the Bills dominating on the field. All our players got them skills. Buffalo gon' make a kill when we talk about the Bills. Dominating on the field, and our players got them skills. Buffalo gon' make a kill.
What's going on? Oh, wrong camera.
Was that me?
We are all over the place here. Where is my camera at? Is that the right camera?
See.
I know.
That's me. That's you.
That is not. I can't see nothing. Oh, that is me.
I knew
all
by the back, by the towel on my background you had me.
Yeah. All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another live episode of the Post Podium Podcast, home of the all truth, no sodium takes. I am your co-host, Aramis.
And I be tired. No, I'm Key. What's up, y'all?
Dan, can you unplug your camera and get that standby off of Key's view there for me, please? All right, we got a lot to get to, not a lot of time because Key is on that restriction tonight. So, let's do this. Let's do this. What is it about this game that you have the strongest feeling about? Whether it's offense, defense, win, loss, like what is really like grabbing you about this game right now?
I think it's funny that everybody thinks that the Denver Broncos defense is built to beat Lamar Jackson and Pat Mahomes and Josh Allen. It's funny to me because I think that this defense is actually the kind of defense that you want Josh Allen and company to go against. Because if you think about what they do, they're up front heavy. So you got Cooper and you got Benito. Everybody knows that. You got your two guys that very formidable, very scary. You have, I think it's another rotational defensive end who was a Pro Bowler last year. I forget his name. Then you have Franklin Myers, who is Deion Dawkins' best friend. So he's going to be extra hype for the game. But on top of that, I think the defense is built backwards because upside they like running a 50 front, which for you guys that don't know what 50 front is, that's going to be 5 guys on the line and 2 or 3 guys behind the line, depending on how your back your secondary is aligned. Mm-hmm. So the way I look at this is if they run a 50 front. If you watched the game last year, Dawkins and Spencer Brown had easy matchups against Benito and Cooper when they couldn't get a speed rush off. What you know about Spencer Brown is fast for his size, and he mitigated the pressure by Cooper. Deion Dawkins kind of sat on Benito the whole time because he's a smaller guy, and that allowed for James Cook to go for something like 69 yards in the first half, and then he went for over 100 yards in the game, over 6 yards a carry. And a touchdown. Josh Allen had a Josh Allen type first half. Only went 6 of 9 for 65 yards or something like that. No touchdowns, and he turned it around the second half and turned into Josh Allen for 202 yards and 2 touchdowns, and the rest is history. The Broncos have never beat the Bills in the playoffs. They're 0-2 against us now. Also, if you look at, there's one player that I like to talk about. It's not Motor because he's still running, but. Mr. James Cook. James Cook is, if you will, he's great at one thing, and that thing is moving in space, finding space and getting to the outside and going. Denver does not like guys that are good in space. They don't like guys that attack the B gap. Where do we run? Between the guards. We run almost exclusively between the guards, to a fault almost. And this is something that Denver can't account for because they're so front heavy. If our front 5 can handle their front 4 or 5, then that's gonna be mitigated by James Cook when he gets to the linebacker level and let it be a secondary man. It's over with. Not lastly, but the biggest thing for me, everybody's worried about the wide receiver depletion. Denver also can't cover tight ends, so we happen to have 3 of them that do really well. Yeah. And last year, James Cook got off on the heels of one Mr. Alec Anderson. Alec Anderson and a guy that we drafted this year, Jackson Hawes, are about the same in blocking, but he has a dynamic. Dynamic is pass catching. He can catch the ball too. That's something Alec Anderson couldn't do. Well, I think he could as a tight end in high school or something like that. But This is a dynamic that Denver has to account for when he's on the field. You know he's not going to block. It's not a sell because you can easily run a play action. They sell for James Cook and hit Hodge right over the top. All we need from this game, all we need is a Josh Allen that we saw last week, the one that took what they gave him. Because he said he's so scouted. He sucked against Houston. He sucked against whoever else it was, he said. And what did he do last week? He took what they gave him. He dinked and dunked it, and he tore the team apart. We had a security that had 82 yards on 12 catches, which I thought was egregiously just wrong, but it worked. And if you do it again this week, I don't think their offense is something that I'm too worried about. I think it's more so what their defense does, where offense on the Buffalo side shows up to the game.
Okay. That's a lot. that's a lot. First and foremost, before I get into my thoughts here, let's say what's up to the folks. Mr. Migo, yeah, we were late. Sorry about that.
No, we weren't. We always late. We were right on time.
It's on time for us. No Bones said Ed is back. He sure is. But count on them rotating him and not getting him in there heavily, probably till next week. I think next week is going to be needed a lot more than this week for Ed Oliver. Just to get pressure up the middle on Drake May and
you're being presumptuous, aren't you?
I am.
I see.
I'm sorry. I just and this kind of tells you where I stand on this game. I understand the rankings for the Broncos, and I think that is a lot of for those people who watch the tape and stuff like that. They I think everybody kind of agrees this is a good defense. But what I think gets lost in all of this is the context of their rankings, right? And this is my case in point right here. And this is the purpose of the title of this episode being Mile High Checkmate for the Broncos. The biggest thing that stands out about the Broncos is not only are they elite in pass defense, but they're number 2 in rush defense as well.
Is that for what metric?
Let me see.
Are you going EPA or are you going?
I don't. You tell me. I'm just. There's a lot of people saying that they're number 2 against the run.
Well, they're really good in EPA. They're just behind Jacksonville in I think it was yards allowed. So I mean, it really depends on how you're looking at. No, they're a good defense. But I just asked which metric you're using when you say something like that, because I'm trying to figure out where we stand, because I know they're like right there with Jacksonville and EPA.
Okay, well, I mean, my default is always going to be yards per game, because that's what everybody was taking with the Jaguars.
As long as it's the average, I'll take it.
Well, I think you'll love this, because I think what the reason I like putting context to statistics is because they can be skewed. They can be unreasonable at times when you consider how they were made, right? And here's what I mean. Put me on record now as saying the Broncos are going to get run on by the Bills.
Oh, yeah,
and
sure.
they are going to get run on heavily by the Bills, right? Here's why. Number 2 overall in terms of yards allowed per game, fine. But who were the quarterbacks that they played against in those games? Because let's be real, the Colts are not even a top 10 rushing team this year in yards. They're not. They're not even top 16. I'm looking at the top 16 right now on NFL.com. They're not in there, right? Top teams in rushing: Bills are number 1, Ravens number 2, Bears number 3, Commanders number 4, Giants number 5, Patriots number 6, Rams number 7, Falcons 8, Cowboys 9, Seahawks 10, Jets 11, Chargers 12, Dolphins 13, Lions 14, Packers 15, and then Broncos 16. Okay? Of those top 16 teams, the only teams that the Broncos have played this season are the Commanders, the Giants, the Cowboys, the Jets, the Chargers, and the Packers. That's 6 games.
They gave 167 to the Colts too. So I don't know if you said that, but
okay. But I mean, again, they're still that's a good rushing team that didn't put up a lot of yards throughout the season, but they put up a lot of yards against them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they went for 306 in the air. Yeah, they put up. I mean,
being
put up almost 500 yards.
That proves my point. I don't care how good your defense is. If we can run on you and force you to play honest, we got you. Because now we can do whatever we want.
Yep, and I think that's what I was getting at when it comes to the way they're constructed, the way they built, and their philosophy is stop them up front, and if you can get to the second level, you're golden. You know, we got cooked. I mean, I was watching the game last year, the Denver playoff game, and I was like, is he that fast this year? I was looking at him, I'm like, he getting out of there. But I mean, when you see how he had the angles, the stuff that wasn't there last week against Jacksonville, it should be there this week. Now, of course, James Cook's going to be probably public enemy number one for Denver this year. But I mean, we've seen that week in and week out where he's public enemy number one, and he still gets his yards, 1,600 plus yards this year. So no, your point is 100% valid, and I like it that you're using. I wanted to say the Colts only because that what you said. They're not really a good team, but they put up yardage on them.
That's right. So when we're thinking about, oh my God, number 2 overall defense, against the run, I get it. But let's just go through the quarterbacks of these teams that are top 10 in rushing. Okay. Who was on this list?
Okay, we got the Colts. The Colts in week 2, so that was
Daniel Jones.
Okay, they have the Commanders. That was week 13, so that was whoever the backup was.
That was Marcus Mariota.
Okay. He went for 276. We have the Giants in week 7.
Jackson Dart.
He went for 268 and 119 on the ground. We have the Packers,
Jordan Love,
247 and 115 on the ground. Chargers, Justin Herbert went for 104, but they also had 113 on the ground. And let's see, lastly, Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott went for 108 on the ground, 231 in the air. Oh, lastly, Chargers one more time. They played in week 3. That was Justin Herbert. He went for 270 and 106 on the ground.
Are any of those quarterbacks considered threatening to most teams in the right? No, the answer is no. So my point in all this is if a defense doesn't have to respect the quarterback, they can crowd the line of scrimmage. They can throw it in the box. They can do a lot of things where they don't have to back off as much, which allows them to be that much more successful in the run. So again, I get it. This team has put up a bunch of numbers, but it's the equivalent of the Buffalo Bills playing against a bunch of, lower third defenses in the league, and us walking around talking about, we got the best pass offense in the league. Well, who did you pass against? You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, those were top 10 passing teams. Okay, well, what are pass defense? Okay, well, who did they play? Right? Again, this is why resume matters. Resume matters so that we can add context to statistics to really bring out the truth of what's going on in these games and what's going on with these teams. So, I mean, to me, this is the biggest thing about this game that I am so ready to see, because I'm tired of hearing it. We watched these boys last year. They had a linebacker, a safety. They added 2 linebackers, 2 safeties, a linebacker, and a defensive lineman, and they're supposed to be like supremely better. Like I mean, they were already.
All you gotta say is Deion Dawkins, John Pumpkin Myers. What? Where? Let me hit something. He'll be blocking 2-3 guys tomorrow. They should never did. They should bench him. Just bench that guy, because that's fuel of the fire.
I just want to pull up the Broncos depth chart really quick to make sure. Okay, so wait, where's their? I need their defensive line. So So their nose tackle's name is Malcolm Roach.
Oh yeah, okay.
Where's Malcolm Roach from? Let me get this out of here. So Malcolm Roach, 27-year-old nose tackle. He is.
You talking about college wise, or you talking about where he come from?
Yeah. He's small. Yo, what are they gonna do when they see us, bro? Malcolm Roach is 6'2", 290. He's as big as freaking Ed Oliver. What? He's their nose tackle. How big is Zach Allen? I'm really trying not to be disrespectful right now. I promise you I'm not.
They were talking about this on WGR this morning. Their D line is considerably smaller
Yeah,
Mhm.
Zach
They're
Allen.
fast.
Right,
Yeah, they're
exactly.
fast. That's what they built.
Their best defensive lineman, Zach Allen, number 99, 6'4", 285.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
miss me with this, like, they're number 2 in the run. Like, everybody on that defense is like, including their outside linebackers. Like, how are they going to man up against our boys?
And that's what I'm saying. That's why I opened the show with our offensive line actually handled them easily last year. They handled them easily last year.
Right.
You know, I mean, Josh Allen got sacked once, maybe twice, maybe. But I mean, he had all day. He had decisions. He had, you know, and this is what I expect again this week, because you can scheme up whatever you want as long as the guys are talking. Osiris Torrance 340, Deion Dawkins 320, Spencer Brown 315, David Edwards like small at what 305, 310, something like that. Connor McGovern 312. I mean, all they got to do is be disciplined. That's all they have to do is be disciplined.
That's it.
And this is a game that you'll say, "Whoa, that Buffalo offensive line is for real. They're serious." And I saw Roy say something about Denver is weak against tight ends. The same thing that was said last week. I don't know what that means, but I can tell you, whoever it is, we're talking about Kincaid, Knox. We're talking about Hawes. We're talking about Latu if you want to. We're stacked in so many different ways. It's the same thing I'm going to say last week, Roy, to steal your thunder there, what you said last week. The only team that's going to beat us tomorrow is us. If we lose tomorrow, we beat ourselves. Denver did not beat us. It's as simple as day. Right or wrong, Dan?
Last year you're talking about?
No, if we lose tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
We lose tomorrow, we beat ourselves. It's simple as that.
Absolutely. I mean, if you really want a guy to target in this game, it's Nick Benito. Like, yeah, he's a great pass rusher and all. He's 6'3", 240 pounds.
Yeah, he's little.
Like the other guy on the other side at Adrian Cooper, yeah, he's Jonathan Cooper. Sorry, he's 6'3", 257 pounds. I think
he's bigger. Yeah.
So just run at Benito, wherever he. Oh, he right. Okay. Lucky.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, football does not have to be rocket science. If we're bigger than you, we just gonna push you around until you show us you can stop it. And guess what? We did that last year. And what did it unlock for us? Right. It unlocked the play action game. Who do we have on this team right now that can beat this vaunted pass defense of the Broncos in play action? Well, you definitely got Brandon Cooks that can run down the field. Now you just brought back Curtis Samuel, who's playing in this game, that can run down the field.
Last year.
Those orbits, those orbits are going to kill them.
Yep.
They kill their scheme. They're man match. So you got to send conflict routes. Meshes, heavy. What do we do? Meshes, heavy. Orbits. That's what we do. These screens. These are the things that make them think a half second too long.
Yep.
Their D line is actually, other than the talent, obviously, it's very similar to how the Bills operate with penetration style play.
Yep.
And getting there quick and twitchy, and it's not about running through the guy, you know?
Yep. But
that's exactly what our O-line likes to do. just go straight through them.
That's right. That's why I really don't worry about this game. They are not going to be able to take away what we do best. And if they can't take away what we do best, and then you sprinkle a little bit of Josh Allen in there on top of that, like, it's a dub. It's a dub.
You can't tell me that every single player on that D line saw that sneak or tush push, whatever you want to call it, with Osiris Torrance carrying him and didn't sweat a little bit.
Well, you know what's funny about that? If you remember last year, that James Cook had a run where Deion Dawkins kind of carried him for 5 yards. He wouldn't go down, and the next thing you know, the whole pile is moving forward because they were small last year too. Yeah, I mean that's something that you have to take into account. People in the comments are saying they have a great run defense. They said we know. But like I said, if you get past that front five, front four, whatever they run against us, you got James Cook versus their linebacker. Which one do you like? Do you like James Cook or their linebacker? You just got to get him to the second level, and that's what he's been doing all year long. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, they have excellent, but like you just said, they have excellent stats, excellent players for what they do. But they haven't seen a team that can do what we do.
Right.
That's the thing. They haven't seen a team that they've seen teams that can run, but can't necessarily pass. They've seen teams that can pass, but not necessarily run. But we can do both.
Yep. and the other part of this too is watching what the Bills were able to do last week, winning a game with the pass. They've now proven to the entire NFL and all those teams that are in the playoffs now, like, you can't just take away our run and we're stuck.
Right.
Like that's it's a wrap for that. That whole train of thought. Like, Josh got it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he was missing in the regular season, he ain't missing it now. He's taking advantage of all of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So miss me with all of that too.
Mm-hmm.
This is I just wanted to address this really quick. So Shadows in Blue said that's like saying why we have the number 1 pass defense. So this is in reference to my criticism on the Broncos having number 2 defense, and that's right. That's absolutely right. I don't think I really started touting the Bills' number 1 pass defense until we got to the playoffs. And that's mostly because I've seen what this defense can do in the second half of games against really good quarterbacks. I mean, we did it against Joe Burrow. We did it against Drake May. Those are two of the top quarterbacks in the AFC right now. You know what I'm saying? Like right now. And Drake May is probably going to win MVP this season if they don't give it to Matt Stafford. So
yeah, I think for that, I never even think about it when they say the Bills are the number 1. I'm like, no, we don't. They'll look like, okay, fine, whatever.
Yeah,
but it's like
maybe they're not number 1, but they're still
right. They're
really
somewhere
good.
up there. It's not a no-fly zone. Let's put it like that. They're not no-fly.
Right.
But Trey White is playing out of his mind. Christian Benford found his footing. I told you, Dorothy, he was going to find his footing. Cole Bishop, who a lot of people wrote off last year. Taylor Rapp goes down. Cole Bishop becomes the guy because now he can play his position. Jordan Poyer has a youth movement. Taron Johnson doesn't really get hurt too often this year. You're right in there. Mm-hmm. So a lot of moving parts happen. And let's see, I think our secondary gets hard to believe it. We have number 1 pass defense is really.
Hold on, where is it?
You scrolled off it.
Oh, my bad.
No.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Who
Shadows?
You see it?
You're talking about I think our secondary gets.
Yeah, that one. Can you read that if you see it still?
Hard to believe we have number 1 pass defense. It really doesn't even make sense.
Okay. It doesn't, but it works. It works. That's all I care about. It works. Like, you don't get style points in the NFL. You as long as you win, it's fine. If you win horribly, I mean, I know for the purpose of the show, for the purpose of fans, we're like, no, we want to curb stomp them, but at the same time, it's like they got the dub. We live to see another week. That. It's like the delicate balance there.
Yep. Yeah, Slim, get him, Slim. 30 watching is still not double-digit likes. Quit hiding, hit the like button. We would greatly appreciate that. Roy says Malcolm Roach is their backup center. The starter is injured.
Backup nose guard.
Wow,
I said nose guard. When's the last time you heard nose guard?
Who's their starting? Let me see where their injured guys are.
When's the last time I said nose guard? That's crazy. Let's see. Denver.
Is it Roy something?
It would be if it's him. Roy pointed out because his name is Roy and they're like-minded. Let's see.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, usually the guys that are injured are still here on the depth chart. I don't see.
Yeah, I don't see him anywhere. Let's see if I can find another defensive tackle real fast.
Okay.
I'll
check another depth chart and see.
He said, okay, so the tackle DJ Jones.
Nah.
Malcolm Roach. Those are only 2 they have listed. So you got John Franklin Myers. No, it's DJ Jones is the only other defensive tackle that starts. Yes. Malcolm Roach. So yeah, he's the one I think Roy's talking about because DJ Jones he started 14 games and Roach only started 2.
Okay.
DJ Jones is still 6 feet 305. So yeah, I mean that's bigger. But
I mean, come on.
DJ Jones, Osiris Torrance. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I mean, 21 solo tackles this year, 3 sacks. All right. I mean, I'm still not.
You might be better, but that's not enough to put him over to make me say, "Ooh, whoa."
It's still a size issue. How big is McGovern?
6'3", 15-ish.
Yeah, I mean, leverage is going to be a big part of that. 6'6", you playing against a guy who's 6 feet. He's naturally going to get lower, but I can't see it. I can't see it. I can't unless they're just gonna blitz the run on every down. But I mean, if Josh catches a whiff of that, they're toast. You know what I mean? Like you can't risk that. That's the dynamic of this game that makes it so dangerous for the Broncos.
Just tasty.
Is if they want to be aggressive against the run, okay, you really want to play that game with Josh throwing the ball? You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, well then fine. Let's just play honest and let's make sure Josh doesn't beat us. Well, you still got to deal with the best run game in the league.
Yeah.
you sure you want to do that? You know what I mean?
Like, and the thing is, people forget. Let's okay. For the people that have been around for a long time, Frank Gore, the dad, and then when we draft him, like, are you freaking kidding? We picked up his son, but the boy can actually play.
He can play.
He actually can play. I mean, is he Ty Johnson? No, but he can block. For you guys out there that want to run blocking running back or pass blocking running back, he can do that. He can catch and he can run relatively well. Now, okay, Tommy, I'm saying this and I'm serious this time for once in my life. He reminds me of Singletary. He kind of does. So I mean, he's smaller. He's not really fast. He's shifty. He's got strength behind his hits, and he can do all the other intangible things as well. So if we would have had Singletary behind James Cook. Nah, scratch that. But you get the point. You almost got me there, Tommy. You almost took me to that place, but no. So I think people are they're shortchanging a lot of things in this. They're worried about Joshua Palmer. Joshua Palmer being out. What does that mean? Don't care. You're talking about Miko Hardman. Is he gonna play? Is he not? Don't care. Mm-hmm. Gabe Davis. Yes, okay, cool, but don't care. I care about the injuries. Don't get me wrong. Try Tyrell Savers. Don't care because these guys are giving you 2-3 catches for 19 yards. That gives Dawson Knox some more ammo. That gives Kincaid some more ammo. That gives Hawes some more ammo. Maybe you'll see Shakir go 20 catches for 63 yards this week. I don't know. If he did, I'd jump off my building. 20 catches for 63 yards. Oh man. But
Roy says Denver got 68 sacks. Any context with that might make it seem not as impressive? Yeah, I just gave it to you.
What they have last year? 63. What they do against Josh last year?
Exactly. On top of that, they played worse quarterbacks this year.
Yes.
Worse.
Mm-hmm.
It's a second place schedule, but look at the teams they played. I mean, I'll go through it again for you. Titans, Colts, Chargers, Bengals. Again, Bengals, Jake Browning, not Bengals friggin' Joe Burrow that we played, right? Jalen Hurts, what did he do this year? Justin Fields,
Cam Ward.
yeah. Cam Ward with the Titans was their first game.
Mm-hmm.
Davis Mills with the Texans. Wasn't even CJ Stroud, right? Davis Mills with the Texans. Geno Smith twice. Pat Mahomes with no offensive line halfway through the season.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus Mariota. Jordan Love is probably the best quarterback they played against all season.
Yeah, either him or Dak Prescott, because he loads up the stat sheet.
And I'm saying that like in terms of production against that defense, like those are the guys that I'm sorry, Trevor Lawrence actually beat them. So those are the three best performing quarterbacks against that defense.
Mm-hmm.
We just showed the world Trevor Lawrence ain't what everybody thought he was. So 68 sacks, sure.
Proud of them. That's regular season. What did they do against the Bills this year?
Exactly.
Wait, they didn't play us this year, so it doesn't matter.
You guys see what's going on in the chat right now?
No. Are they fighting?
We just got a bunch of Broncos fans in here. They are not happy that you brought up Gore.
Why? I got to know why.
I don't know.
I have to know this. What happened?
Size matter, but when you got better linebackers than last year that can actually plug gaps, good luck. So here's where.
Wait, was that Jokic?
Huh?
Was that Jokic? Click on that again. Take that down immediately. Take it down immediately. For you Broncos fans that don't know, I'm a huge Nuggets fan. Huge. I actually am a basketball. That's my background, basketball. And I'm Nuggets forever. Since '94. So if I ever do a basketball podcast, I look all you guys up. But this is, what it is.
So let me say this. Let me say, if anybody understands undersized defenses, it's us.
Yeah.
Right? Because we have a middle linebacker who's had the captaincy all season long and last year, who's 6 foot 230.
Mm-hmm.
At best, he's probably 222 pounds realistically, right? And Terrell Bernard.
Yep.
That guy just got a contract extension for us. And we've seen this defense include Shaq Thompson at, I think he's like 6'2", 240 pounds, maybe 243 or something like that.
Is he that big?
He might be smaller now, but he was that big when he came into the league. I know that. But anyway, they put a bigger guy at middle linebacker. Now our run defense is a little bit better than it was, right? And here's the thing with smaller guys. We've watched a lot of tape on Terrell Bernard and Matt Milano this year, right? Matt Milano has gotten a lot better because he shoots the gap first, because he's willing to stick his nose in there. But Terrell Bernard still tries to climb under blocks. He still tries to use his speed to get around guys as opposed to getting in front of guys and holding the point of attack and trying to plug that gap. When you're going against an offensive line like ours and a run game like ours with a running back like ours, that's tough.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough. It's a physical wear on a smaller body that much more if they are going to play this game of holding the point of attack.
And this is the point I like, and I don't mean to dispute you, but Shaq Thompson's only 6 feet 230. He's 6 feet 230.
Okay.
But the thing I like about this is you could find that. The mentality is what you got to find. The body type is out there. The mentality is what we need. And like I said in shows past, where you have a Shaq Thompson or somebody that plays his role the same kind of way, the same demeanor, you could replace a Shaq Thompson with that. It's the physicality that makes this defense go. It's the engine that makes it rumble.
Yep. Savage. They all pressure. They all press.
Okay. Damn.
I mean,
DB4. Who? What they said to him? Y'all can't take the heat. What heat?
Bills are not stopping the Broncos defensive line. I mean, the Broncos defensive line is not stopping our run game. I mean, we could do this all night. Listen, at the end of the day, the better quarterback is going to win this game. Like that's really what you think of every great defense that plays in the playoffs. We had the number one defense in the league when we played Patrick Mahomes in the 13 seconds game.
Mm-hmm.
The number one defense in the league when we played Patrick Mahomes in the 13 seconds game. Let's just let that sit for a minute. What does that tell you? That tells you that a great quarterback that makes great throws in the game can beat any coverage, can beat any defense. That's what it means to have a guy like a Josh Allen or a Pat Mahomes. So are there players better on defense than our players in terms of like rankings and pedigree and all that kind of stuff? Sure. Except for Bo Nix. And that's the biggest difference. Bo Nix's numbers this year are not that much better than they were this. He threw for less touchdowns this year, right? He threw for 200 more yards. His interception percentage went down, but his success rate, not that big of an increase from last year, 43.7% to 45.6. Big whoop. His yards average went down from 6.7 to 6.4. Like his quarterback rating went down from 93.3 to 87.8.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens when teams get the book on you.
And it's funny you're talking about. I said Gore. Yeah, I said Gore, but you guys are running RJ Harvey. Gore's on our practice squad. You got a 3-point. Your starting running back is 3.7. We got the league leading running back, and we got another guy behind him. Another guy that's hurt. Then you get to Frank Gore, who can't make our team. Listen, but you got RJ Harvey. Let's let that sink in. More than anything, let's thank. Hold on, let me see. Let's thank Savage. Let's thank DB4L. Let's thank these people. Because they don't know about the curse. They don't know about the curse, but they're about to find out. Yeah.
This is real. I tried to tell the Jaguars fans last week when they jumped into our chat. Every single time we get somebody in our chat trolling us, that team loses.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't know that, but y'all know that now. And I'm telling you, it's real. It was real last year. Ravens fans was jumping on our stuff.
Yeah.
What happened? It don't have to be pretty, but a dub is a dub is a dub is a dub.
Ain't no excuses.
No excuses. So be careful.
So come on back on Monday, whether we win or lose.
Yo, for real. Because right now we've only had one fan of another team that's been willing to do that and come back to us after their team lost.
Yeah, was it Kansas City? Kansas City we had. Remember he kept coming back and he was cool?
Nah, because we didn't beat them in the playoffs.
No, I wasn't in the playoffs, but he kept coming back in the regular season and he was cool. Like he started in the regular season.
I think it was a Ravens fan that did that.
We had a Ravens fan too, yeah.
Oh, it was a different team?
Yeah, it was a Kansas City guy because we beat him. We trash talked with him during the regular season. We won, then he stayed with us. He came back in the postseason when we lost.
That's right. Week 11 last year. Yeah.
So I mean, you know what? I don't. Savage and what was it, DB4? That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
I love it.
Cool.
I love it. And if you guys have podcasts, I'll subscribe to you, and I won't say anything. I love to see what you guys got to say. But yeah, I mean, it's fun to think about what kind of defense they have and what kind of defense they think they're going to run against us.
Mm-hmm.
It might work, but you know, be that as it may, we got things for them. You worried about our wide receivers, but our wide receivers have worked so far.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, I don't even know who the wide receiver is going to be good tomorrow. I don't know who the number one target is. It could be Miko Hardman. It could be freaking Curtis Samuel. It could be name somebody. It could be Naaman Roosevelt. I don't know. Whoever decides they want to trust could be the number one guy tomorrow, and it might work. You got Pat Surtain who's gonna shadow somebody, but we just want throwing the ball because we're used to throwing guys the ball 2-3 times a game and still winning.
Yeah. George Betson says, what did it mean when Josh showed up in Denver and said, bite the pillow, daddy's going in dry?
I don't remember Josh ever saying that.
I mean, he kind of did during the game. We got a Ravens fan in here. Welcome. Hopefully you can, you know what? Matter of fact, I don't know the Green Light channel. I don't know if you were here last year when we were playing you guys in the playoffs to kind of see, you know, all the back and forth that was going on in our chat, but let these Broncos fans know, man. Let these Broncos fans know you can't. It's bad. It's a bad look when you come up in here talking that stuff. I get not wanting us to be confident about our team the way you're confident about yours because you feel like you're the number one seed and you're better. But the playoffs are about matchups. It's not about what you were ranked in the regular season. If we were going by rankings in the regular season, the Bills shouldn't have won against the Jacksonville Jaguars because the rankings say our passing game is not good enough to beat their defense. But Josh Allen, but you know, the scheme, the coaching, and that's the other aspect of this that I wanted to get to too.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think this has been highly overrated for the Bills, especially this season. And I might have even underrated these guys. And Tommy is like having a heart attack right now because he's already mentioned like twice. Is this AI? Because we're being so nice to the Bills. Let me find this stuff.
Yeah, he started freaking out when you guys were being nice and you were talking about motor and
Aramis Keys. You guys okay? I'm concerned. Yeah, we got replaced, bro. This is not real.
This is not us.
But
I'm actually Rashawn. This is different now.
Yeah. What was that name?
Rashawn. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair. I don't even know what my name is going to be.
I'll figure it out.
I'm worried now. Please don't. Actually, just never mind that. So the other part of this too is playoff experience. Right? Because this is a Broncos team that made the playoffs last year, but before that, they hadn't seen anything like that, you know, playoffs wise. You know what I mean? Like there's, let me look at some of the players on their team in terms of playoff experience that I know of. I'm not supremely familiar with everybody that's on that Broncos roster, but if I'm not mistaken,
Laura said, if Keys says he's okay with BBB, I know it's AI. Yeah, it ain't that much AI. There's a lot of AI.
Yeah, wait. So are you saying you are okay with?
I am definitely not saying. I said that'd be a lot of AI. I might be tired, but I ain't that tired.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Yeah, I'm not seeing Will Lutz. That might be the guy with the most playoff experience on the team right now is their kicker. And Mike McGlinchey. I'm sorry. Mike McGlinchey played with the Packers, so he's got a lot of playoff experience. I don't even think Evan Ingram has any.
No, I don't think
because they went to the playoffs after he left.
Yeah, I don't think he did.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, aside from last year. Let me look at the backups real quick. No, defensively, Dre Greenlaw's got playoff experience.
Mm-hmm.
Hufanga's got playoff experience with the 49ers. That was a good signing for you guys. Yeah. I mean, again, we saw what experience in the playoffs in tight games and high pressure and high leverage situations looks like for the Jaguars last week. You know what I'm saying? Key situation, minute left to go at the end of the game there for Trevor Lawrence. Plenty of time. They had, I think they had no timeouts, but a minute is a long time, especially for Josh Allen. That's a long time for Pat Mahomes. That's a long time for Joe Burrow. It's a long time for Lamar Jackson. You know what I mean? It's a long time for Matt Stafford. But Trevor Lawrence wasn't ready.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying he can't do it. Not saying Bo Nix can't do it. But it's a different. I enjoyed watching Sean Payton try to downplay that about Bo Nix. About I guess the reporters were asking about playoff experience, and he said it's a myth. Like, what? Why are you trying to just downplay everything with your media first and foremost?
Right.
It's kind of a jerkish move to just act like nobody else but you knows what they're talking about, right? But for him to say, like, playoff experience is not a thing, and then later on in that same comment that he's talking about playoff experience is not being a thing, he does say, well, it is a different level. Okay, so which is it? Is it a different level? Because if it's a different level, then you do need experience at that higher level to be able to perform better at that level. Mm-hmm. It's like saying, well, you don't need NFL experience to play in the NFL to play well in the NFL. Okay, rookies come in and they're put in great positions, but how often does that happen? Right. So again, playoff experience does matter. Don't let Sean Payton lie to you. Don't let, you know what I'm saying? Don't fall for it. It's a trick. What you got?
Oh, Nady said, enough of this Bizarro World podcast. I'm pissed they called up Hartman instead of White Steve Gossett.
Oh, my God.
He wants White Steve.
I shudder to ask why.
And it's funny because I said, I still want to know who's Black Steve, who's Asian Steve, who's Indian Steve, who's the other Steve? What is the alternate? Is he a lizard? What is this Steve? Because to have a white Steve, you got to have some other kind of Steve.
There's
not one other Steve on this team Steve. I can think of. No Black Steve.
No Black Steve. You like that one, Dan?
No. I don't even know.
Did you guys hear what Sal was saying about our defense on the radio today?
What did he say?
He said that we actually have a considerably better statistics on defense in our away games. And his theory is that when you're in an away stadium, when your defense is on the field, the crowd is quiet.
Mm-hmm. They can communicate,
and you're able
more.
To communicate more. And
yep.
McDermott's defense is really complicated, so they're always communicating.
They need to be able to do that. Yeah,
that's another underrated thing about tomorrow.
Yeah. It's a big deal. It's a big deal for a quarterback that really hasn't played well this season. Yeah, he's got the comebacks, but there's scores, dude. Like, hold on, let's go back to that. Okay, because offensively, while the Bills can get run on, the Broncos scored 20 on the Titans, 28 on the Colts. That was saying something at that point in time in the season. That was week 2. Okay, nobody really has a book at that point in time. 20 on the Chargers, 28 on the Bengals, 21 on the Eagles, 13 on the Jets. How does that happen?
Defensive juggernaut.
The Jets?
Defensive juggernaut.
The Jets?
And it's funny because you see how many yards they passed for on the Broncos, the Jets?
How many?
-10. The Jets passed for -10 yards.
This is,
and they won by 2.
This is just another small indicator of matchups. Because I mean, what else explains that?
Right.
Your quarterback not playing well, then why didn't he play well?
Yeah.
Is it game plan? Is it matchups? I mean,
damn it! Savage called us out.
What did he say?
He exposed us. How did he know we were going to close this podcast down if we lose tomorrow? How did he know?
Damn.
Well, cat's out of the bag. This is the last show if we lose tomorrow, because he said we better not hide under a rock. So we lose tomorrow. I think we're going to do a podcast tomorrow. I think we're going to still have people watching. I think you actually might tune in and toot your horn.
That's what it is.
Oh, we'll let you too. We'll let you. I'll be like, okay, I'll be the Victor goes to spoil. Go off, brother.
Maybe we'll even let him call in.
He said, I don't have to hope y'all are on life support. We fully healthy, my dog. Ask the Jaguars how much health matters. I mean, we had 2 players hurt in that game. I mean, did we win in Jacksonville?
Yeah, Boyer got hurt in the game.
And again, please don't mistake what I'm saying for being cocky, because the truth is the truth, whether it's cocky or not. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I can be right and not be arrogant about it.
Right.
And I think that's all I'm really trying to say right now is, you know, your really any Broncos fans' perception of this game and them feeling like they're going to dominate us is solely based off the statistics. Because if they're being realistic about who their quarterback is, and they're being realistic about what they've done offensively this year, and they're being realistic about the teams that they faced and the quarterbacks that they played against, they would just, not that they have to be humble, but they'd be a little less loud as a 1 seed.
Can you answer Shadows before he has an aneurysm? Where'd you get your hoodie?
Okay.
He's gonna lose his mind. I see it in here. He's like 7 times. Where did you get the hoodie?
So this is actually custom made. This is from a guy that Damaris knows. And I can't say too much more than that because I'm hoping to work something out with this guy. But yeah, so this was custom made. This is we got
all
Bills
flexing
on this side, and we got the AFC on this side, and then we got the Bills. You know, it's very nice, very comfortable too. But it is custom made, so I can't get you another one just yet. But you know, how about this? You want one of these? We got to get some thumbs up in here. We got to get some likes because that's going to put us in a position to start putting more of these out there. I'll put it like that.
You shouldn't even say that. Shout out go, hey, you gonna see our thumb go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 down. Like you can only thumbs up one time. Shout out just one time.
I love it. I love it.
But yeah, no, I let's see. Roller says Certain let Samuel cook him last year. We hate Samuel. You know what? And I watched the game last year, and this is something I thought about. And this is not even anything to do with Denver. I watched, and I stood up. I was watching the game, and I stood up and I said, "Oh my God, I forgot about this." Remember the catch that Mac Hollins had over Certain, and then he steps over him, and then kicks him in the chest. Like, who's doing this stuff on this team? You know, and then when Shakir had the little short, but it went long, they got Mac Hollins in the back doing this here. This gets people so hyped up, and I'm like, we have the wheels, we have the doors, we have the paint, we have everything, but where's the motor that? No, Tommy, no, not that one. The real motor that makes the engine go. You know, and that's what I'm still trying to figure out. You secure 12 receptions for 120. You're being generous. You know that's 10 yards a catch, right?
Damn,
you're being generous. And out of 120 of those, 140 will be yards at the catch. All you Bills fans are crying, and I'm over here. Who's crying? We like it. We told you to come back.
We appreciate the love.
No, we're not. No, we're not crying at all.
I don't think anybody in the chat is trying to kick you out either.
Don't either.
We enjoy this stuff.
Yeah, no, you're good to go.
Yep. Daquan says the fact that Bronco fans are even attending shows what they I'm sorry. Let me say this again. The fact that Bronco fans are even attending shows what they think their chances are. I guarantee Bills fans are not attending Broncos podcast. I can think of one person that might be attending Broncos podcast, and her name is Dorothy. She might be in everybody's stuff trying to find out what they say, just so she can get in their cheeks and let them know what's up.
She's gonna be mad she's not in this chat.
No, I think the Broncos fans need to be happy she's not in this chat right now.
Yeah, because this show wouldn't happen if Dorothy was.
Yep, we would just be reading comments all night. That's basically all we'd be doing. Roy says, maybe I'm in the minority, but I'm actually a bit nervous about this game. Denver is well rested, and the Bills are playing on a short week and having to travel. Am I wrong?
No, I mean, okay, Roy. Let's back this back. You know, we're John back and forth with Savage and DB and having fun with this, and we actually do believe a lot of what we're saying. We believe it, but no, you're not. Why would you be wrong for being nervous? One thing about me when I watch games is I have to tell myself you're not an athlete anymore. You don't control any of this. All you have to do is sit. You have to sit and let these guys play this out in front of you. I can't control third downs. I can't control timeouts. I can't control challenge. I just have to watch them. So, of course, you're going to be nervous. You're always scared of the things you can't control. So, I mean, in actuality, the air quality, it hits people differently. I spent 2 months in Denver. It didn't bother me at all. Where there's some people go over there and it's like, I need a nap. You know, I mean, there's a time change. There's all this and that and third, but they usually account for this, that, and third. Now, let's not think about the London game that I talk about all the time. They usually account for this.
Way different.
That was disgusting.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, no, you're not wrong for being nervous. You're not wrong for not wanting trash talk. You're not wrong for wanting trash talk. You're not wrong for jumping in Broncos podcast. You're not wrong for being a fan of football. Period. This is the time of the year where we love and we want to embrace each other. Even, you know, like I said, I don't know if it was Savage or it was DB that had the Jokic picture. I saw it and I'm like, yo,
DB. Yeah,
it's dope. You know, it's for real. But
still take that down though.
Yeah, take it down. But yeah, I mean, I think that no, I think that this is a beautiful thing to interact with other people from other fan bases. And I want to do it more in the coming seasons. You know, that's something that one of my initiatives actually.
Yep, same. No Bone says, but the altitude, guys. What about the altitude? It's gonna be like playing on Mars, guys.
5,280 feet.
I mean, Josh played in
Wyoming,
Laramie, which is 2,000 miles higher, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure.
The altitude is much higher than Denver, in where Josh played. So that's part of the reason why it didn't really bother him that much the last time we played in Denver. But that's only one player on our team. Maybe some guys will, be bothered by the time and all that kind of stuff. It's tough. The biggest advantages in this game belong to the Bills.
Yeah.
Experience, Bills. Quarterback, Bills. Those are the two biggest advantages you can have.
Right.
Crowd noise, having a quarterback like Josh supersedes all that. Like, crowd noise doesn't matter to a guy like Josh.
Yeah, like I said all the time, crowd noise, when you're on the field and you're locked in, you don't even feel like you're on the field. You don't feel like you're on the court. You don't feel like you're on the ice. You're like, when does the game start? We played it. What?
It's quiet when you're locked in.
You don't even know you're there.
Yeah.
You tap in, and that's the beauty of playing a sport. You don't even know you're there. You get on the court, you get on the field, and you see all men are all going to watch me. But after a while, you're like, I'm by myself. There's not even other players. It's me and this ball. And that's the beautiful thing about it.
Did you see Sean Payton trying to coach up the fan base on when to get loud?
Yeah,
yes,
I heard about
yes,
that.
I
heard about that. Yep.
Listen, I don't think I've ever seen something like that before, where a head coach is trying to find every single advantage he can find to beat a team. That should tell you just how worried he is about playing against Josh Allen.
Well, I mean, he's been going off against their local reporters too. Clearly, he's not feeling great right now.
Yeah, he's tense.
Peyton's he's just himself has a problem.
Yep.
Denver is their defenses, and this is not me placating because Savage joined up. But no, I mean, like, what you don't know about me is I'm a defensive guy. I like defense, and your Benitos and Coopers and Surtains, and I love that. I want to see guys fly off the edge, and that's what I've been trying to get in Buffalo forever. When I say Mike Green, when I say all these, and last year, think about, fill me in. Who was in Bo Nix's face the whole time last year? Von Miller. Von Miller was all over the place. Who is Von Miller this year? It ain't Bosa. Bosa's got to play decent tomorrow. He's got to play decent tomorrow. Speaking of which, mirror. Two-time sack leader, Greg Rousseau for the Buffalo Bills. I'm glad the picture was on him when he said, hey, he had 8.5 sacks. I told you. It's more so, who you are out there. Wait, hold on. Don't come me. You know who you are. You owe me those wings for those 14 sacks you said Bosa was going to get.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
I was going to give you some too. Never mind now.
That's fine. I don't need wings off of Rousseau.
No, it was off of what Bosa didn't do. He said Bosa's going to get 14 sacks. And I said, no, he's not. He said, put some wings on. I said, all right. I like the Cajun barbecue from Elmo's. I'll tell you how much it costs later. You definitely ain't getting that now. Okay. All right. Moving forth.
I'm not going to Elmo's to stand in line for like 25 minutes after I already called ahead and they told me an hour and 15. And
He
then
said my car legit for like an hour.
yo, I couldn't believe. I'm like, yo, I called an hour ago for these wings, and I still gotta wait for 20 minutes. I couldn't believe that mess, bro. But I mean, when your wings is that good, I guess I understand.
They fire.
Hey,
Billy D. Okay, so I need him to call in now because you're friends with him on Instagram, right?
Yep.
Have you seen his picture? Every time I look at his picture, I think about a show I watched.
What?
Dexter. Surprise, motherfucker. That's what I think about when I see him. I think you know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
You never saw Dexter? Dan, you ever watched Dexter before?
No.
Oh, somebody please tell me.
Is that like the serial killer dude?
Yeah. But it's a cop. It's not him, not Dexter. He reminds me of this cop that wanted to fry Dexter. I'll show you the picture. I'll pull it up while we're talking here.
All right. While you do that, Roy says it's also been proven over the years a week off sometimes throws off a team's rhythm.
And that is 100%. That's 100%. And that's why I hate when they sit the Bills. I like they do it for injury purposes, but I hate because you get in that rhythm, especially if you got the chemistry, mojo is going, that momentum going. Oh man, if you break that, something I'm scared. Yep. And like you said, a young quarterback with Bo Nix and RJ Harvey was a rookie. A lot of guys that may not have played as much. You get some guys back, but also that number one energy that they brought into the postseason may or may not be there.
Yep. That's a great point, and that's kind of where I was going when it came to the advantages, and that's why I said experience and not health, right? Because health, I mean, the Giants when they made it to the playoffs was on the back of their sixth receiver on the depth chart in Isaiah Hodgins that season that Daniel Jones is throwing dimes to, mind you. You know what I mean? Like, guys, there's so much talent in the NFL that at any given point, any guy can step up and make a play if put in the right position. It just really comes down to their ability to do it consistently that gives them opportunities to be on the field more. That's the guy you was talking about?
Yeah.
that's who
I just
looks like.
I just get that feel about him when he's like I'll be like, yo, he gonna tear through somebody. Especially
when Billy D be talking about the way he coaches.
Yeah.
I just imagine him being in the locker room like that. Like he don't even say no. Yep, yeah, he just stay there. look.
Chin check.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Zoomer, what up?
Yeah, Billy D, I'm talking about you.
Savage says, what the we're playing tomorrow. It's just a little friendly football talk. Calm down, Mafia. I actually like Bills Mafia.
And that's like, what's funny about this podcast, Savage? What you walked into is the anti-Bills podcast that you notice already. These guys that watch this show like to fight.
They do.
This podcast is not the rah-rah one. So these guys here, they're the ones that kicked out of the rah-rah podcast chats.
I'll put it like this. You Broncos fans, you might actually like this channel after the game and the season because we're harder on the Bills than pretty much everybody here.
That's why we get roasted.
Pretty much anybody that covers the Bills. Like we're harder on the Bills than all of them. So maybe you'll like what you hear. Like if we win, if we don't win, whatever. I mean, I still think you might like tuning in. So
I think so. I really do. Oliver has to be on a snap count. I mean, I heard people say he might get as few as like 9 to 12 snaps. So
yep. This is just going to be a ramp up game for him. I really don't imagine him playing any like real, especially in pure pass situations and stuff like that. Like I don't think he's going to be in on all of those. He is a dynamic threat on passing downs, but I think we have enough with TJ Sanders and Deion Walker being on that interior to get enough push up the middle where Ed doesn't have to play significant downs.
You just slide TJ Sanders in there, huh? Okay. Cut me deep, but okay. I mean, I wanted to see Ed next to Walker, but I mean, TJ's still fighting for his life out there. He got all the moves, but he ain't going nowhere.
Is Daquan Jones healthy?
Yeah,
for the most part, yeah.
I mean, as healthy as he can be.
Right. Everybody's playing with something now. All right. Roll Up says, while the Broncos were at home eating flaming hot Cheetos, we were humbling the Super Bowl Jaguars. They want to fight. They want to fight. Laura says, I think that's why Bosa didn't have a great game versus the Jags. He shook the rust off. He about to ball now. The hard thing about Bosa is I think we are categorizing him wrong. And you and I have said this before already in terms of he's not a pass rusher. Right. He is very much a Greg Rousseau type where they can set the edge. You know, what separates Bosa what puts Bosa up here and Greg Rousseau kind of like here
just below,
is Bosa's library of moves. That's really it. Like if Rousseau were to develop like 3 or 4, moves on top of what he does, he would be just as dangerous because he's got the length, he's got the strength, he's got the athleticism, pretty much at the same level that Bosa does. So I don't doubt that Rousseau could be that. We just haven't seen it yet. But what does that mean and I guess I should say it like this: what does that mean in our defense? Because in our defense, it doesn't really mean much. No, I mean, because we've talked about this ad nauseum with Rousseau. Most of his sacks in college, his 15.5 sack season, they were flushed to him. They were. That's for me. You hit that. Yeah, let's do that real quick. Super chat from Billy D. Really appreciate that. Says that's okay. I've been asked, am I Floyd Mayweather? Really? Wow, not with them guns. I'm about to say, put them away, dude. I mean, I can see him over here. He might be a little too big to be Mayweather, bro. Yeah. But yeah, no, I think with regards to Rousseau, he's got to be flushed to him. So you got to have that Mike Green, that David Walker. That I'll stop short of Ruben Bain because he's kind of not what I'm talking about. But you got to have those guys that can maybe not finish the sack, but can move the quarterback off his spot into Rousseau. Yep. You got to make him have somebody that makes him think. And Rousseau can figure it out. Ed Aller can figure it out. And Deion Walker can figure it out. You just need that guy that can move him off his spot, or that guy that you got to worry about. Is my right tackle okay? Do I need to move my tight end over there? Do I have to max protect? Because you do that, now you got to hold somebody in, and now your linebackers have a better day. So, it's not like you say, it's not about kind of like what you say. You like sacks. It's not about pressure. It's not about hurries, but if you have somebody that can impact the game by a hurry or pressure because they got to keep people in to block this guy, now you winning because you're taking a wide receiver away. You're taking away that chip. Now you have 6 offensive linemen versus, you have Alec Anderson out there versus how we block 5 straight and let's go. So yeah, I think that's something that we definitely have to seek out in the next draft. Yeah. Let's get to one more comment here. Roy says, someone said that the block on Bosa was not a penalty because he was still in the tackle box. I don't know myself. Block on Bosa. Know what he's talking about? Block on Bosa.
They're talking about Myers.
Oh no, that wasn't. Yeah, that was legal. That was legal. The general rule is you can't see the number on the back. If you come straight across the line and he's not engaged and you don't hit him in the back, you're good. He just cleaned him. Yeah. Okay. All right. So George Betson, Rousseau, why does he have so many letters? Just because he's French. George Betson also says Joe Brady is firing up Madden right now to find his 5 plays he will spam for this week, no matter if they work or not. That's probably right, bro. That is probably right. Holy picture rate 5. We the whole game is going to come down to that. Yeah. Did you see the video I sent you of Mike McDaniel earlier today? Did you see that? No, I was driving. When okay. Basically, I sent it to Laura. I said to you, Dan, I don't have you on Instagram. I'll send it to you later, though. But basically what it was, Mike, he's a little quirky. So he's like on the sideline. He's just walking, and he's like, this is great. This is going to be a one-shot kill. It's going to score on one play. It's going to be Waddle. Watch this. It's going to happen. He goes to Tyreek. He's like, hey, watch. And like, he's like, and ball's in the air. He's like, told you. I'm like, if Josh had that, wow, Josh would be. I mean, it's Tua. Josh had like 80 touchdowns in the season. I mean, if Josh, think about it like this. What is? And this is not me coming at Josh right now, but what is his thing? Sometimes he misses the read. Sometimes he doesn't go through his progressions the way you would think he would. Mm-hmm. If he has his read, and then McDaniel tell him who's going to be open, lights out. I'm gonna get who you like. Oh, you like Curtis Samuel? Watch this. He's gonna be open on the 40. Just throw it right to that 40.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he is. But see, the way I look at it, we won last week, so he wasn't gonna come to Buffalo. We know that. But any hope of that is over with because
he's like the Riddler to me. Like he's like the most underrated Batman villain ever. Like
right,
I love the Riddler, but like the way he coaches and like his laugh and his manner is like he just reminds me of the Riddler. Like he's just so awkward. you know what I'm saying? But he's a freaking genius, bro. Really he's a freaking genius.
And the thing is, like for me, I think for me, I don't like robots. I like guys that are good at something and they love doing it. They have fun. You can tell they love doing what they're doing. Slim said, "Boo, no."
He's gonna be our OC next year.
Yes.
Just
because Nate said
that's
so.
right. Just because Nate hates it.
You think he's gonna get hired by a team to be their head coach? He's got a lot of interviews going on.
He's got OC interviews, head coach interviews.
Hold on, let me see. Open coaching positions.
Who did he get? He got an interview with, I forget who it was.
Did the Giants officially hire Harbaugh yet?
I saw that, but I'm not seeing it by any reputable source.
So I mean, it sounds like Harbaugh is trying to like leave the door open for somebody to swoop in with a great offer,
right?
Which smart on his part. All right, so current open positions: Ravens, Browns, Steelers, Titans, Raiders, Falcons, Cardinals, Dolphins.
The interview for the Ravens, we know. I
don't.
Wait, no, he didn't. No, I'm thinking about. I think it was a Titans he interviewed for.
Okay.
McDaniels?
Yeah.
I thought he already did the Ravens too.
He did. Okay, so I was right. Okay, he did the Ravens. I think he did the OC for Detroit, OC for somebody else I saw.
He would be smart to either take the Ravens or the Browns jobs. All the other jobs are too much right now. The Falcons, they have a good offense and their defense is good, but their quarterback situation is abysmal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe he could do a lot with what's their quarterback's name?
Who's that?
The Falcons.
Penix.
Yeah, Michael Penix. He could do a lot with Michael Penix, but I think that offense would have to look a lot like what he did in Miami for it to really function with Michael Penix there.
Yeah.
But I think the Baltimore Ravens job is probably the most appealing. I just don't know if they would want to. I don't know. Well, yeah, exactly. Because pairing friggin' Lamar Jackson with Mike McDaniel, that is disaster for the entire NFL. I think
they wanted Lamar in Miami bad.
Yeah,
they wanted him bad.
Yep. So I think if Baltimore's smart, they go after Mike McDaniel. But the Browns situation I think is really good too. They still have a decent offensive line. They can run the ball really well. And I think Mike McDaniel will be able to do something with Shedeur Sanders. Not that Shedeur Sanders has to be the starter,
right? But
I think you have a young guy that you could develop that has shown an ability to do some things in the NFL.
As long as it's not Dylan Gabriel, I'm good.
Yeah, right. On top of that, you have decent talent outside in Charles Tillman and Jerry Jeudy. You have a great defense.
See, that's the thing. Somebody like Mike McDaniel, this is not going to turn into a Mike McDaniel show, but the thing about Mike McDaniel, you know what he can do with a lesser than offense.
Correct.
And if you give him a great defense with a lesser than offense, yeah.
He can put in work.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Alvarez, what up? Says Joe Brady got interviews with the Ravens and Falcons for after the game on Saturday or after the Super Bowl.
Did he already do the Ravens one?
I thought he already did.
Yeah. I'm sorry. So it might be the Falcons. That'll be the Falcons upcoming.
Yeah.
I could see him going to the Falcons. I could see that. I still think he's going to end up going to college.
Do you?
Yeah, I don't know if an NFL team or I don't know if an NFL owner is ready to trust him just yet. Especially with the fact that last year he was the complete OC. This year he's sharing half the playbook with Aaron Kromer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's a demotion in most cases.
Yeah, Savage, just in case you're still here, you see what Slim Nady said. He called McDermott McDumbass. That's our own fans, guys.
There you go. There it is. Bam. That's it. Gets no flowers until we get that right. And so that's
not according to WGR.
Why? What'd they say?
Oh, especially the callers calling in talking about how amazing of a job McDermott has done this year, holding the team together, getting them through everything that we've had to deal with. It's all on the coach.
Okay, this is I'm going to cut you off, but this is what pisses me off about that statement. Not that Dan said it, but with everything he's going through, everything, who's in charge of the roster? Who's in charge of the coaching staff? Who's in charge of the play calling? Who's in charge of the game plan?
I mean, what you
Everything that he's going through, how many times are we going to do this? You're going through it because you're putting yourself through it.
Yeah, that's true.
How
That
many
is
times are we
very
gonna do
true.
this?
That's it. You're trying to bring physicality out of players that don't come into the NFL with that
You
mindset.
got small, fast dudes. Hit them hard. They're like, I don't know how.
Right. Wait, do what? Why?
No, I don't want to do that.
If they're asking why as opposed to how, that's you know what I mean?
If you're not asking how do I not get a personal foul, then I don't want you.
That's it. Speaking of personal fouls, Riley Moss
Oh yeah.
has the most pass interference calls in the entire league this season.
Keon Coleman time.
It's Keon Coleman time.
He gonna get like 9. He gonna draw like 9 personal pass interferences.
Yeah.
I like.
They
go
were
ahead.
saying that on the radio today. They said they should every time there's like a third and more than 10,
Throw it to
just
Keon?
dial up a deep play to Keon Coleman, get him on Riley Moss.
Daquan says, question my esteemed hosts, if the Bills win the Super Bowl, can we set up a meet and greet? Listen, I'll put it like this. If the Bills make it to the Super Bowl, we might have a Super Bowl viewing party here. We might just do it.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Yeah. I mean,
I will be anti-social as ever because I'm gonna be nervous, but that'll be the game. I'll be like,
what does this look like?
right. I'll be like,
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
mean, that's my friend always say before every game. You nervous? No. The Super Bowl? Oh. I mean, if we lost, if we got Super Bowl and lost, I would be inconsolable. Everybody in the room had to give me a hug.
And if we lost the Super Bowl,
Yeah, everybody in the room. We had to, at one time. Everybody.
group hug,
Just
for
a group
Key,
hug.
Everybody, he won't feel the electricity unless we all do it together.
We'd have to get Coach D in as well to break down every play.
Yeah, well, he'd be here. Well, maybe he won't because he likes to rewind the games. Like
I do too. Nope. That's not good enough. Because I'm the same. If I got to be here, he got to be here.
He's on another level with it, bro. I like every single play, like 2, 3, 4 times until he's identified everything that's going on in that play.
Well, no, I'm just saying I like to rewind stuff and look at stuff, and I like to hear stuff. I like to sit in my silence.
Yeah.
CT's like, Ken, he's in the back room. Quiet, Dad's watching the Bills. And I'm just like, okay, so he said, okay, all right, what's going on? And that's it's bad. That's why when people do watch parties, I'm like, do I have to come? Not because I don't like people.
I'm not because you don't like people, but because
I need quiet. Like I don't cheer. Like when I watch the game, I don't cheer and stuff.
No, see, I don't need the quiet. I just get real quiet. Like when we were during the Jaguars game, like, you know, my children usually hop on, you know, whatever electronics they want to play on or whatever, and they, you know, they just, you know, chill out. And my wife usually falls asleep halfway through the game. So she can't stay awake for anything, right? Anytime she sits down for any extended period of time, she falls asleep.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I'm sitting there on the couch and I'm just like this the whole time. I'm just I'm not saying a word, not moving a muscle. Like I'm just like an assassin, bro. Like I'm just sitting there, and as soon as we got the interception at the end of the game, that's when I get loud. Yes, it's over. Let's go. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's when I start really getting like rowdy is when it's like when we good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I'm analyzing.
You know what I said? Interception happened.
What?
I said ball game. Clap 3 times and just sat there.
Which interception?
The one that ended the game.
How about the Benford interception in the Bengals game? Did you have any reaction to that?
When he got the interception, I didn't.
Really?
Yeah, I watched that happen, and I'm just kind of sitting there waiting for a flag to be thrown or something like that. Like maybe he jumped off sides. Like I was kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like it was too opportunistic. It was too good of a play for the league to let us get away with that.
That was the loudest. That was the loudest and most excited cheer I've had in probably a few years.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why, but it got me.
I want to see Dan go nuts. I want to see Dan go nuts.
Steve says Shedeur is only good for getting coaches fired. He's so toxic. I wouldn't even want him on the Bills, and I'd do anything to get McDermott fired. All right. I think we were just trying to more so talk about the influence of Mike McDaniel as opposed to saying anything great about Shedeur. Steve also says McDermott is the hero that puts out the dumpster fire that he sets, WGR and Sell Out Sal. I like that. Sell Out Sal. That's his new name from now on. Tells the propaganda and the Homer low IQ fans love it. I bring those up just for the Broncos fans that like this is not that we're all like trying to say stuff to hate on, but this is an example of what we're talking about.
Why we start the show All Truth No Sodium, because they call us a negative podcast. So yeah. And this is something that I was listening to a podcast and it drove me nuts. Dorothy, this is for you, okay? Because she calls me the number one Josh hater. I'm going to find anything to say about this dude. Now, you might be right. Maybe I do come off as a hater. I'm not hating, but what I can't stand and what drives me absolutely insane is statements that have no merit. You know, I heard somebody say on the podcast, not ours, on somebody else's podcast, they said this game was won by Josh Allen and nothing else. Nothing else?
No.
Nothing else? I mean, what happened to Shaq Thompson's interception? What about Cole Bishop? What about Trey freaking White with those 3 pass breakers? And then later on in the show, he says, if it wasn't for Josh Allen, Trey White would be the MVP. So, sir, there was something else there.
Thank you.
so
not to mention the play that Brandon Cooks and Josh Allen drew up that ended up in a 40-yard bomb in that game.
Yeah.
Like they talked about that before the game and it came to fruition. They saw the look, they executed it, boom, done.
He's like, he's like, okay.
Right.
Yeah. And like that's the stuff that drives me nuts. And I know, Dorothy, I know, and I'm trying my hardest not to pinpoint everything, but it's like, it just drives me, take the cape out. Dude, these other dudes, Khalil Shakir's out there getting first downs on negative yard average depth of targets. And I'm like, can somebody please just say, good job, sir. Good job, you. We know Josh is great. And another thing that pisses me off, I'm gonna say Josh is a standard. No, he's not. If Josh was a standard, that means he's just average. He's just regular. That's what you expect. Josh is elite.
Oh, yeah.
The standard means this is what you expect out of any quarterback. No, he's elite. And that's a different conversation altogether. You heard me, Dorothy. Now, when you spam me in the Discord later, because I said something about Josh, bring this up too. Laura, you got my back, right?
Maybe. She picks and chooses when she gets in there now.
I'm sorry, Key, I fell asleep. She just roasted you. Really? Really?
Mark says, my wife and I are the same. We lock ourselves in the house at game time. Yeah. You know what? And I think we've said this before already. I think the new stadium is going to be very different in terms of atmosphere. I don't think it's going to be that crazy. I think the prices are way too high. The cost is way too high for the crazy fan to just be going to every game. The tailgates are going to be wild. All those people will still be outside the stadium. They'll still be partying in the parking lot. That'll still happen. Yep. But the in-game experience, I think, is going to begin to feel more like a Sabres game. And not that that's bad, because you want the noise, you want the craze, you want all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But I don't think the stadium is going to be built for that specifically anymore. You know what I'm saying? And the other part of that is, I would love to go to games like that if it wasn't so crazy.
Yeah.
Like, and that's just my personal preference. Like I'm a calm person. I like to be, by myself. I like to be in the cut, in the corner, in the background, all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to being around a bunch of people I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really go to a lot of parties. I don't go to clubs. I never did any of that. I just don't like being around a ton of people I don't know. It's too many variables, right?
Yeah.
Yep. But if I'm in the house with my wife, I'm comfortable. The lines to the bathroom are much shorter at my house. There's no troughs where I gotta see somebody else whip out their joint right next to me because there's no other space to go pee. Like, and I'm not saying I'm just like standing at the trough like looking at people's joints, but I mean sometimes you can't help but the peripherals catch stuff. It's just what it is. I'm just saying.
I think and I think to your Coach D point, I'm not as much a rewinder, but I take massive notes when I'm watching. I'm like watching it like this. Like I sit there and I'm like, and I rewind. I'm like, oh, okay, wait, who was that? And I'm like, all right, and that's how I do it. And then what I do at the end of that, I tell Laura, I'll take my notes, throw it through the AI generator and have it sorted. And I'm like, okay, cool. Now we're cooking with grease. And then I go on from the next day when all the advanced stats and like that come out. So it's like a 2-day process for me to do notes for these shows. But it's like
I can't.
I just absorb the stats and see how they hold up against the TV. I'm still trying to figure out how PFF gets their grades because none of them ever make sense.
No.
Ever. It's just terrible.
I don't even go on PFF anymore.
Their stats are great, but the grades suck. I mean, they have great stats, but the grades are horrible. So I don't even look at the grades. I mean, I think last year they had DeMar Hamlin and Cam Lewis being our best defensive backs against Denver.
Respectfully to PFF, if your grades are off, then something with your stats is off. I just can't. I can't do any of it. Who you seen at Chippewa last night?
You,
not me, not me. Laura said it's a team effort. Josh is a superstar, but don't take credit away from other players that contributed 100.
Yeah, and and to his credit, he doesn't do that. He always gives credit to everybody. But it's just like the narrative. It's a lazy narrative. Josh, like, okay. But you did see Shaq Thompson, you did see Matt Milano, and this is going off too. Because I had this thought after our show last night, it burned at me until this one.
Okay.
Everybody said Jacksonville was dirty. But the reason why everybody said they played dirtier defense is because like we said, their defense is tenacious. Their defense is aggressive. But how many people said that the hit on Quinton Judkins was dirty by Milano? He broke his leg and dislocated his ankle. Nobody said anything about that. That wasn't dirty. Mm-hmm. But, when somebody gets hit in the knee like we've seen a million times, not the James Cook one, I'm still trying to figure that one out. But we've seen those hits happen, and sometimes even worse of an aftermath. It just happens. But why is it that it's dirty when it's another team's player, but it's never dirty when it's us?
Right.
Mostly because we're not used to seeing that kind of football. We need to see that kind of football. McDermott doesn't preach that kind of football, and that tells you what kind of players we're going to get in the draft. We're going to get those smaller, fast guys. We're going to get guys that are undersized, tenacious, hard workers. First one in, last one out. That door is going to keep getting bigger and wider because everybody walks in hand. McDermott probably likes it that way. But it's just a different dynamic. The credit to the way the team is built and the team performs against all odds. Mm-hmm. Because they don't make it easy on themselves at all. And it's not the players. It's every player we have, to a degree, on another team would be decent. It'd be decent. Maybe not a starter. Maybe not even a second stringer.
I doubt they would. I doubt most of them would be starters.
Right. But they be something. So I'm not saying they don't belong in the league. What I'm saying is a collective. You don't have that Shaq Thompson, like we said. He's 6 feet, 230, but his 6 feet, 230 is different than Terrell Bernard's 6'1", 225 or whatever he is. It's a mentality thing. Even Milano has that mentality. You see him slicing through and making hits. You see Poyer at his size slicing it. Max Hairston is a willing tackler. Taron Johnson, when he first came up, he was a hitter.
Yeah.
So we have them in space, but kind of phased them out. Now we got these little small, rangy guys.
Mm-hmm. Slim is trying to get me to say that Schmitty is a better producer than my son.
That's never gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen, bro. I mean, they had two completely different styles, and this is the example right here. Roll up said "Ayo" to my comment about the trough, right? Then he goes, where is he? Then he goes, "Where's Junior?" Because my oldest son would have called me out for that.
Yes,
anything that we say that's kind of suspect, you would have heard a yo, what? Like
Mm-hmm.
we would have called out on that.
Now we're older, so
okay, well, fine. The show has matured a little bit, whatever you want to say, but I'm not gonna say that Schmitty is a better producer than my son. They are two different people.
I can't say he's better than my 9-year-old son. I know he's probably watching it. I mean, I know in my heart Schmitty's better, but I can't say it. I got to go home and look at his kid in the face when I get there. No, not doing it.
Right. Billy D said pause.
Nope.
Sinke said kind of missed the pause. Hey, listen, y'all can do it.
Yeah, y'all can do it. I'll just talk right through it, but y'all can.
That's it. I'm so serious. Like we can still have that. Just put it in the chat. Yeah. Call us out. I'll put it up there. I promise you. I will see it and I will say it.
Did you see what Lindsay said earlier?
Was it? Did she say pause?
No, it's about Haley Steinfeld.
Yep, here it is right here. Hot take. Haley Steinfeld. Haley Steinfeld is about to dab in Bills gear for a Bills victory.
So you saw that video, right?
No.
Nah.
So it's circulating right now from, I think it's about 10 years ago. She was at a Broncos game in full decked out Broncos gear dabbing on video.
Uh-oh.
And I think a reporter or someone went up to Josh Allen one of the last few days and showed it to him. And he's like, ha, I didn't even know that thing was still circulating. And he was like, she probably got paid to go there for something, but I ain't going to mention it up at home.
Oh, come on, Josh. You can't be giving people credence that you a punk at home, man. You can't do that. You can't do that. Here it is. I think this is it. Yep, this is it. All right, let's pull this up here. Let's show the folk. Where is it? Share screen. Bam. Bam, right there. All right. Now I want to make this full screen. Bam, there it is right there. All right, can y'all see that? There it is right there. All right, let's go ahead and play it. That don't even look like her. She looks so different.
There was multiple videos too from that day, but for some reason the Broncos fans dug it up and have been like pushing it out like crazy. And so it eventually got back to Josh and he was like, yeah, I'm not going to mention it to her.
Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Because the last thing you want to do is piss off Josh. That's the last thing you want to do. So please keep sending them things. Hopefully Josh is getting nothing but those videos in his live feeds, where whatever social media he's looking at. I need him to see all of that.
And all the takes from this week.
Yeah. See all of that. Matter of fact, yeah. Where's that? I don't know if everybody has seen this. Where's that video for? Let me see if I can find it on YouTube.
What's that?
The Stephen A. Smith.
The one from today.
Yep. Let me see. Chris Canty has Denver beaten Buffalo. Let me see if this is it. Nah.
Not the one with Cam Jordan. It's the one with Cam Newton. Cam Jordan was yesterday.
Right.
I know.
I'm not finding
there's a reaction channel that I know. I can send it to you if you want.
Can you send it to my Twitter? That'd probably be the fastest way. How are you going to send it?
Text or Discord?
Lindsay says, Smitty, worse, Josh Allen has a Tom Brady signed jersey or Tom Brady jersey on before being drafted by the Bills.
Yeah, he was a huge Brady fan.
Mm-hmm. And he didn't want to listen to him when he tried to give him advice. I love you, man. Okay, let me tell you to do. Nah, I'm not doing that. Never mind.
Yep. Mo says she looks 18 right there. Yeah, she young.
She still looks 18 to me though.
Yeah, she does. She does very much. Now Josh is mad. He better be. He
gosh darn shooting.
Yeah. All right. So I got a couple of questions for everybody in the chat and everybody here on set that I want to get to. There's one other benefit of having an elite run game that I don't think really anybody has touched on this week. And this is more so just kind of an off the ball thought or perspective on the benefits of having a run game, right? So I was thinking about the way the defense wants to play Josh. And when the Bills were all about their passing game, all you really had to do was stop Josh. If you stop Josh, the engine of that offense doesn't function because everything was relying on Josh. We didn't have a run game to help out. We didn't have a secondary aspect of our offense that could go out there and be productive. But the thing with having a strong run game is even if you stop the elite run game, we still have Josh.
And that's another thing that podcast said. Yeah. And I enjoy the podcast. We've interfaced a couple of times on X and all that. So if you actually are watching this, it's no dig at you or anything like that. But you said, that game against Jacksonville, it proved without a shadow of a doubt, unequivocally, this offense is run through Josh and nothing else. And I'm like, no, Because if you listen to Stefanski, you listen to the Jackson, to Duval, and all the what do they say? We got to stop 4. By saying I got to stop 4, I'm selling out for 4. Your boy Josh it makes it so much easier. Even like you just said, if you stop in Josh, you still got to deal with Cook. If you want a game plan for Cook, the world's your oyster because now you got Josh. He can run, he can pass. You got Keon, you got all these guys out there that can catch a ball. Kincaid going, and this is where everybody eats fine, whatever. But it even works better when you have Brandon Cooks or you have somebody that they actually allow to run that route or has the wherewithal to say, Josh, all right, cool. And they know. And that's veteran leadership when you come into a city and you've played here 6 games or something like that, and you say we sat down, we hashed this out, we know what this look gives us, and there's guys on the team right now that have no idea how to interface with Josh, how to get the chemistry going with Josh. Keon Coleman, he's public enemy number 1. I watched that Broncos game, and I mean he was overthrowing them left and right. We've seen all these passes that are not completed. Keon, it's not his fault. It's just Josh don't know his speed. Keon doesn't know how Josh throw the ball. There's a lot of things that go into catching the ball and passing the ball in the NFL, and that's why they practice so long and watch so much film. You can't just go outside and do it. You have all the God-given ability in the world, but it doesn't mean you're going to be able to execute the job the way you need to in the NFL.
Right.
So I think people are forgetting it's not just about your talent, it's the chemistry. So when you're looking at Josh Allen when he first came to Buffalo and they had Kelvin Benjamin, hey, you throw with me. I don't want to. That right there is enough. And if Josh was Josh back then, he should have been cut. That's on the spot. At the point when he said, I don't want to, you don't want to play, you don't want to learn our star quarterback, guess what? We don't need you then. And that's where we need to go forward. And that's the kind of mentality that Josh has to have. I'm the cog because the quarterback is a cog. Now, I'm a better quarterback than most, but it still is something that we have to get together with. We have to interface with. We have to talk about it. We have to see the field the same way. And I think that in a weird roundabout way is how they fell on Keon Coleman. Because what did he say in his pre-draft interview? I know I like to know what everybody's doing. I like to know what the offensive line is doing. I like to know what the defensive back. I need to know what they're all doing. And so in McDermott's mind, maybe in Bean's mind and in Brady's mind, yeah, I know. In Bean's mind, this is what Josh needs. This is what Josh wants. Do it. And he said he wants to play with Josh. And to Everybody Eats, I've always said Everybody Eats was cool, but you can't just say Everybody Eats just to slap it on 5 or 6 guys that are, number 3s, number 2s, number 3s. You got to have somebody that goes downfield. If you have somebody that goes downfield, well, Keon Coleman was here last year. You had, Gabe Davis when he was here with Stephon Diggs. They were downfield guys. But that opens up the field because the defense has to know somebody's going to do it. And the reason why that Brandon Cooks that first pass worked is because was he being bracketed? No, because they didn't think we were going to do it. He ran right down the seam, put on the 4.3 speed. The rest is history. And that's the kind of thing that puts fear in hearts. And that's the thing that opens up offenses and closes down defenses. They can't do whatever they want. They can't dictate when you have somebody that can do something like that. And that's why Mecole Hardman, that's why Khalil Shakir, that's why Elijah Moore, downfield, make them think, but they wouldn't do it. Everything was too close. Everything was way too close.
Yep. Let's get to a few comments here. James Payne says, to stop the elite run game, you must commit your elite assets. It's a two-way street. Yeah. And that has to be the concern for the Broncos, right? Because the safeties that they have, Hufanga is not an elite coverage guy. He's a box safety, right? He helps with run D. That's his real role in that defense. And the other guy that they have, I think Brandon Jones is coming back. That's their cover guy, but he's not like an elite coverage guy. He's great because he's in that defense. He benefits from being in that defense. But when you factor that into you gotta do something to protect Riley Moss from from whoever we gonna put on him.
Right.
Like in my mind, you just put Brandon Cooks on him. Like no matter what, wherever he lines up, Brandon Cooks, you go line up wherever he is, and then whatever concept we're running, we'll just do it on that side.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And just keep attacking it. Like we don't need to go anywhere else. He's so bad we can keep going there. And the other thing that opens up space in the middle for the tight ends and the running backs against their linebackers, right? Because that's really where the Bills excel is getting the ball to their tight ends. So if this defense, which has traditionally struggled throughout the season against tight ends, has an issue with guarding tight ends, and oh, by the way, your number 2 corner is a detriment to the team. Sure, you can try and get all the sacks you want, but you know what negates that? A mobile quarterback.
Yeah.
That can get away from those sacks, that can get the ball out fast enough, because there is no quarterback in the game that can move like Josh and process like Josh. That's what makes Josh so great, is he can be Peyton Manning and Lamar Jackson at the same time. That's why he's the greatest right now, bar none. So I respect Denver. I respect what they've done this season. I respect what they put together. But I think they have to worry more than we do. We're the 6th seed.
Right.
You're the 1 seed. All the pressure is on Denver right now. There is no the Bills are playing with house money. I like to Bills fans, maybe not, because we've been, dying for a Super Bowl appearance for 9 years. But in terms of the landscape this season, being the 6th seed, once you win that wild card round, you're playing with house money at that point.
Yeah, my only pushback on that is the narrative that Mahomes, Jackson, Burrow are not in the playoffs. Like, because they're not there, everybody says the Bills have to win.
That. I wasn't referring to that.
Okay, I was just saying, because they're saying the Bills have to win. Because,
No.
Okay,
I'm solely saying that from the perspective of pressure.
Got you.
And where the pressure lies and why it lies there. You know what I'm saying? I think the Broncos still have to prove to the world why they're the 1 seed. Because there's a lot of people looking at this matchup between them and the Bills and saying, oh, well, the Bills don't have a chance because they're the 6th seed and they have no receivers. And if they don't have receivers, then they can't throw the ball on us. Careful, because the Jaguars were saying the same exact thing, right? And the Bills should have proved to the world by now that they can win a game with their pass game.
We run 21 all the time. James Cook, Khalil Shakir. That's the running backs right there.
Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Let's get to a few more comments. You see anything?
Yep. Let's see. Somebody asked about Judon. I'd rather not. I'd rather not have Judon on the field in any way, shape, or form.
Really? Why not?
I mean, if there's injuries or something like that, sure. But when we have Shaq Thompson, I'd even rather have Bernard out there in a pass coverage capacity. Judon. I mean, it might just be me, but he just seems like he's just washed.
Okay. Let me see. All right. Yeah, I'll play it like this. Because I want the audio to be heard, but I'm not gonna blast somebody else's YouTube channel on my channel. No disrespect to this person, but we're not doing that. All right, let's go ahead and share this, and let's go here, let's go there, and all right, let's play.
He got the finger injury, but he'll overcome that. They got 14 dudes on IR, listed on IR. 14 dudes, okay? You got Shavers, he's out. You got Davis, he's out. I'm just looking at Denver, 68 sacks on the season. You got 4 different cats with at least 7 sacks, led by Benito with 14. You're going to get to the quarterback, okay? You got Patrick Surtain shutting down a full half of the field. It's just too much to overcome, okay? I get you. We love Josh Allen. He's the best in the business. He's going home. And he's got a beautiful home to go to, by the way, with a marvelous actress as a wife. He's got a beautiful home to go to. All right, I'm glad that he got nothing but the best of him and his family. He going home. Broncos win.
Yeah, so, I mean, Stephen A. about to be wrong again. He about to be, no, let me not say it like that, because he did pick the Bills to win last week. But I just, it's okay to be nervous about this game if you're a Bills fan. I wouldn't be surprised if the Bills won this game handedly. How are the Broncos gonna score? Because that's really what it comes down to. How are they gonna score? They gotta, like, they have to be able to pass the ball. They have to be able to pass the ball. And the Bills showed last year that they could cover these wide receivers. They showed last year that they could fool this quarterback. They showed last year that, sure, go ahead and run as much as you want on us because it's not going to matter. They showed the Jaguars this year. Go ahead and run as much as you want. It's not going to matter. We got a super chat in the house. My man, Vu, said, yeah, he made my itch today. Faded hairline. I mean, he believes what he believes, and he's been wrong many a time. So don't be surprised with what you see happen tomorrow. MDL, what's going on? It says the no Mahomes, Burrow, and Jackson argument should be directed at McDermott. I said the same thing last week. That's exactly what I said last week. Everybody that's coming at Josh Allen for you got to get it done, you got to get it done. No. You know why? For the same reason that people are empathizing for Josh Allen this season. Well, he ain't got no receivers. He ain't got the Josh Allen ain't never had none of that, even when Stephon Diggs was here.
Yeah, one.
Right. Because at the time when we had Stephon Diggs, we had prime Cole Beasley for like 1 year. And then COVID hit, and Cole Beasley was ostracized because he didn't want to take the vaccine, right? So he was out of here. So you only had Stephon Diggs. Miss me with the whole Gabe Davis conversation. He had one great playoff game. Other than that, he was only good when the play broke down.
Yep.
Okay, so you factor that into, you got Lamar Jackson getting weapons all over the place with the tight end, and then they were drafting first round wide receivers, and they were getting running backs in the building for him.
But they were doing what? They're drafting?
They drafted 2 wide receivers in the first round since Lamar Jackson has been the quarterback.
Ain't no way. I don't believe it.
And before Lamar Jackson became the quarterback, they weren't drafting wide receivers in the first round at all.
No, I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
But they did it for him. Yeah, you don't believe that?
I don't believe it, man.
I've never seen it.
We
haven't seen it here.
It's not possible. They don't draft in the top 10.
The last wide receiver the Bills have drafted in the first round is Sammy Watkins.
Yeah.
That was what, 2014?
Yeah.
Are we serious? 12 years ago.
You ever look at that first round too?
Which one?
Oh my goodness.
With Sammy Watkins?
Oh yeah, you talking about with it was Mike Evans and OBJ and
was that Khalil Mack?
Khalil Mack.
I mean, there was so many picks that we could have had. It's so frustrating looking.
Well, I'll be honest here. Nobody knew Sammy Watkins didn't have the ethic. Sammy Watkins out of college was Eric Moulds. That was the way you look at Sammy Watkins, and we all knew what Eric Moulds did in Buffalo.
Yep.
So it's like, oh sweet, we're doing it again. And he gets kicked in the ribs. Like, wait, that was it? And okay, he's good. Then wait, he's still not doing anything. Wait, why is he? What's going? When is he going to play? And then we found out later he didn't take it seriously. The second, third, but I didn't want Khalil Mack. I did not want Khalil Mack only because the defense that we played at the time. UB actually tried to make him a hand in the ground defensive end his senior year so he could appeal to more teams. He wasn't that great at the time, and we didn't have time to waste. So I was like, okay, if we're going to trade up, have that, or we just go ahead and get, I didn't want Mike Evans either. Odell Beckham was somebody. Brandon Cooks was in that year as well. So we finally got Brandon Cooks. We finally got that. Too little, too late. But I mean, it's if Sammy Watkins could have played out, man, if he would have played out, we probably would have never had jobs. We would have had EJ Manuel on a $130 million contract or whatever the case may be. But yeah, that's just unfortunate.
Yeah. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something a little
uncharacteristic,
confrontational.
Oh,
confrontational, right? Because Nate been saying this in the chat all show long. Said, come on, chat. Can we get 30 thumbs? We got 98 people watching right now. If I don't get 98 thumbs, y'all gatekeeping. I'm going to just put that out there.
Keep it 100.
Folk gatekeeping if it's going to be like that, keep it 100.
Like this. and it's gonna go down to 32-5. 4.
That's fine. That's fine. Y'all want to gatekeep? Y'all want to stop folk from trying to get, achieve their dream and be as big as some of these other podcasts that don't do nothing but slob the freaking knob of the Bills every single week? Like, we can be positive on the Bills, but we also gonna keep it real where real is necessary. That's what this show is about. I not that I'm trying to like bash the people watching the show right now, but I mean, it don't cost nothing at all. It is literally a flick of the finger. What are we talking about?
Look at the flick of the wrist.
Yeah.
Look at it. Hey, and who was that? Oh God. MD was it MDL? Yeah, Justin Shorter or Puka. But see, I got laughed at when I said I want a Puka. I got laughed at. They're like, freaking Puka in the cool. I'm like, trust me.
Okay.
He's like that. I didn't know he was like this, but he's like that. Now everybody's like, oh, but he's got mental problems because he's his brother. Man, later for that. I told y'all it's what happens between the 100-yard field.
That's
the
it.
rest of this stuff. How many games did he miss because of what he's doing off the field?
Justin Shorter is a tight end now, right?
Is he still in the league?
He's a tight end.
In the XFL?
No, in the NFL.
I mean, he was built like a tight end, a small tight end, but I mean, that's the thing. Everybody makes excuses. Puka is off the field. But how many games he missed because of whatever his brother's doing? How many games he missed because of whatever he's doing? He drove by the stadium and laughed at it, whatever he did, but he's still playing. What did he do last week?
Anyone who wants to complain about off the field issues for a receiver, all you got to do is look at T.O. If you're good enough, it don't matter.
Yep.
As long as you ain't committing crimes left and right.
Yeah.
If you want to know how bad the Raiders have been this season, they moved Justin Shorter back to wide receiver.
The Raiders?
The Raiders.
That makes sense.
They are so bad, they moved Justin Shorter back to wide receiver.
Was that after they traded away Myers?
I don't know when they signed
Probably.
him, but I imagine he's been on the team the entire time.
That's how good he is. We don't even know where he was. I didn't even know he's in the league.
Right. Locked Range says the Broncos barely beat the Jets and the Giants, but no one's talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
The Giants have a really good defense, and the Jets earlier in the season they had good players. I'll put it like that.
They threw for negative 10 yards.
right. So your defense did the job, but where was everybody else? Nate says, there we go. Wouldn't be a Friday night pod without an Aramis rant about something. I do tend to go off. It hasn't been a lot recently. But, all right. So 776 Golden Record says Gruden said last night the Bills win by running. He breaks it down on his channel. Yeah. I again, not that history always has to be, relied upon to predict the future, but when the improvements on your team are another undersized defensive lineman and another running back who is better in pass coverage than he is against the run in Dre Greenlaw. Like the thing with Dre Greenlaw is he's a physical guy, so he doesn't mind shooting gaps and sticking his nose in there. But let's be honest, he's still better in pass coverage than he is against the run. And then you go out and you sign Hufanga to help solve your run issues. I mean, I get it. You've invested in that. It's supposed to be better. You're ranked higher this year than you were last year. Actually, no. Weren't the Broncos ranked the number 1 run defense last year?
Yeah.
Yep. So you actually got worse this season.
And they played arguably an even easier schedule
this
year.
Yes. So what does that speak to? That speaks to teams are figuring your defense out. This is the other part of this too. The Legion of Boom, people don't really talk about this. The Legion of Boom was great for maximum 4-year span. A maximum 4-year span. Most defenses, that's all you're going to get out of there. Right? So you still all in the camera. It don't even matter. Just go, bro. But that's all you're gonna get out of most defenses. Even this Texans defense took 3 years to build, and where it is now, it was this good last year, right? The issue last year was Al-Shaair was hurt, right? And that's kind of their playmaker in the middle of the defense, and when he's not playing, there's a bit of a gap there. We kind of saw that, but I don't want to. I don't want to kind of get caught up in this feeling of this Denver Broncos defensive reign. Like, they are not. Defenses are never able to keep it up for long, and with where the Broncos are in their development offensively, they're going to have to be paying some guys. Their offensive line is pretty old, so they're going to have to start investing more there. Like, it's not. You guys probably got 2 more years tops of being a top 5 defense. After that, you got to pay your quarterback or not. Maybe you don't pay Bo Nix, but I just this mindset of being afraid of these guys. And I was talking to Coach D about this earlier today. When you really think about that Texans game, and this is why I'm really not worried about the Texans either. And when I say not worried, I mean I'm not scared. The reason I'm not scared of them either is we almost won that game in Houston.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Like, let's be honest about how the game ended. It ended because Josh missed it, not because they did anything special.
Mm-hmm.
Davis Mills played the game of his life against us. The defense played great that day. And all of that, and we still almost beat them. Down our starting tackles, down our best offensive our second best offensive weapon in Dalton Kincaid. He didn't play in that game, and we still had a shot to win it at the end of the game there. So I can't get into the emotion of being afraid of teams like that, especially when you do the research like we do, and you figure out how they operate, how they do business.
Don't forget who the Broncos D coordinator is too. I mean,
Vance
Joseph was the coach of that team a few years back,
mm-hmm.
and their defense started out hot, and over time it got worse and worse as people figured it out.
That's it. They're riding a high right now. And
wasn't Vance Joseph the coach when we went to Denver last with Josh Allen, and he put up like 40 points or something?
You talking about the Singletary?
Singletary game?
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
he was?
I think he was. I'm pretty sure.
That was when he was their head coach.
God. Oh yeah, that's right.
So
he was their head coach.
Every time that Allen has played his defense, he has lit it up.
Woo! If I was a Broncos fan, I would not want to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Things are made to be broken. People's streaks and all that stuff, and law of averages is broken. But I don't think tomorrow, and the stakes that we're looking at tomorrow, will be that day when we lose to them.
Yeah. Let's get to a couple of more comments here, and then we'll jet. MDL says, hard to keep an elite defense with the salary cap. Can't pay all 11 players, and it takes one weak spot to lose that elite status. I think that's about to happen. I really think that's about to happen.
Well, possibly. I mean, the only pushback I have is if you have an A1 scouting staff and an A1 personnel department that knows who actually may be a cheap get or a draft steal or something like that they really believe in. Like I said, with the Buffalo Bills, we fell upon gold with Shaq Thompson. Now, what's to preclude them from saying we need to get another one? We need to, even if you want to re-sign him, get one like him so they can watch him in the defense so they can take it over next year when he's gone or whatever case may be. Poyers, people like that. That's how you do it. The Bills have a propensity for going for buying to buy higher price players that have names, players that have done it before, players that have Super Bowls or whatever the case may be. When other teams are going out and trying to find the next one, they don't want to buy the last one. They want to find that next one.
Right.
And the Bills need to shift to that mind state before. And somebody, I think it was maybe it was Steve, I'm not sure. Somebody said something about the blame, it needs to be on McDermott and then we'll yell at the owner. But that's what I'm talking about. And that's what I've been screaming about. My friend calls me cheap all the time when I talk about who we can't get, but it's not that I'm cheap and I want to win with lesser talent. It's just I know you can't have 46 of the highest paid players on your team.
Mm-hmm.
You got to figure out a way to make puzzle pieces work together in a fashion that you can still be successful, even though you don't have that Myles Garrett. You don't have that, Puka Nacua. You don't have that just because at one point that team didn't either. But guess where they found them? All those guys I named were drafted and retained.
Yeah. Real quick. I wanted to look at this comment here.
Mm-hmm.
I had the Broncos D on fantasy and they fell off. I mean, they had their spots all season long where they were just giving up points like crazy. The Colts put up 29 on them. The Chargers put up 23 on them. The Giants offense with Jackson Dart and Bo Scadaboo, Bo Scadaboo, put up 32 on the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
The Broncos won that game by 1 point, bro.
Didn't the Giants not even score in like the second half or something crazy like that too? They put up most of those points in the first half.
Wow.
You said the Giants?
Yeah, that game it was like super lopsided. The Giants were just owning that game, and then Broncos scored 4 touchdowns in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. So the Broncos, so it was 32. I'm sorry. It was
33,
12. So it was 19-0 going into the fourth.
Oh, okay.
19-0 going into the fourth. The Broncos didn't score a point for 3 quarters. Then they go into the fourth quarter and score all 33 in the fourth quarter of that game. And the Giants scored 13 in the fourth quarter. So yeah. So the other part of this though is that Giants offense really didn't do much all season long, right? And then so we continue going throughout the rest of the season. The Commanders put up 26 on you with Marcus Mariota. The Jaguars come into town. They put up 34 on you. They hold you to 20 points. The Packers put up 26 on you. Like every time you played a halfway decent quarterback, they scored on you.
Mm-hmm.
What's their record at home this year? Are they better at home or on the road?
Let me see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
They've only lost 2 games on the road.
7, 8. They won all their games at home. Oh, nope. Sorry. They lost to the Jaguars. They have 1 loss at home.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But you know what they didn't lose? They didn't lose that Reese T.
You can never lose that Reese T.
Because we got that Reese T in Buffalo. That Reese T is here.
You take that home,
we everywhere
home
now.
or on the road.
Home or on the road.
We down south. We in Indiana. We everywhere now.
You know why? It's the Bills Mafia. Reese T travels.
It does.
But while you're traveling with the Reese T, let you know why you should have that Reese T. It's 1 part refreshing, 1 part delicious, 2 parts healthy. That's what you can expect when there's only 4 ingredients. What do I know? I don't drink tea, but let me tell you, that's a good drink there. What you doing? Head over to Reese, get yourself a case or an individual. Why would you get yourself an individual? Don't teach yourself. Get yourself a case. Treat yourself. You won't be disappointed, but what do I know? See for yourself. Reese T. Click the link in the description below. Let them know PPP sent you.
All right. Really quick. I apologize. You're right, Matt. It is Cam Scatterbo, not Bo Scatterbo. I don't know why I was thinking
because it's Bo.
Is it?
No, it's Cam. But
okay.
His last name is Scatterbo.
Okay, just call him Bo.
Call him Bo.
Sure. No, definitely not. All right, we gotta get out of here. Let's hit the music. Here we go. Okay. All right. Hopefully we don't sound too horrible. So here's what we're going to do. I need everybody, all 95 of you that are still watching right now. If you could please, if you have not done so, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Also hit that bell, make that thing
Ring-a-ling-a-ling.
so that you can get notifications when we send notifications. Obviously the game is tomorrow. We will be back at you live on Monday at 5:30 p.m. with the post-game version of the post-podium podcast. Any questions or comments or anything like that, you can leave it in the comment section of any of our social media. Really, we are everywhere. Okay. You cannot go to a social media platform and search for us and not find us. If you are able to do that, please let us know and we will rectify that right away. But as far as I know, we are everywhere. With that being said, we got to jump out of here because Key is 4 minutes late and he is about to burn rubber through the studio to get to his car. All right. This has been the Post Podium Podcast, home of y'all truth, no sodium takes. I've been your co-host, Aramis.
Or the Keys. See you later.
And
Bye-bye.
our producer, Smitty, on the 1s and 2s. All right. Y'all have a great night. Peace.